Hello and welcome everyone to match 5 with Amulet Titan. The list is as you see on screen here. We are playing for the 3 and 2, and for that reason I'm excited to get into the gameplay, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Alright. So I was able to finish this league, hopefully, by the time this video comes out, by the time before the companion update. So we're still playing under companion rules, and then next week I will be playing in the new meta, the way the meta shakes out with the new companion rulings. I apologize if that was kind of repetitive. I'm kind of distracted at the moment because this hand is quite unusual. It has a turn to explore, and then an explore after that. It's one land away from Titan mana, but it has no amulet. Other than explore, it has no real accelerants. But I'm gonna keep it. It's not going to be great if our opponent is playing a very quick deck. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But we'll lean on Tolaria West here. I don't think there's any other deck that plays Tolaria West anymore. There at one point in time was like a red-blue kind of like prison-y deck that played Tolaria West, but nowadays just turn 1 Tolaria West go is almost assuredly going to tell your opponent that you're on Amulet. I'm a little afraid we might be against Storm here, and that would be quite bad news, especially considering that we don't have a Pact Mitigation in the main deck. Yeah, I don't know what to say other than that. Let's go ahead and get a tap land out of the way here. And I think it's going to be okay to go ahead and pick up this Snow Forest. That way we can Tolaria West for Cavern of Souls, perhaps. That way we can punch through a Remand. Although, if this is Storm, we're just going to be sad. I don't think there's a whole lot we can do against them. Interesting. So no creature here, but of course against Amulet they don't need to get the creature out that particularly fast. Even the Breeding Pool doesn't necessarily rule out Storm here because they could be playing the version that has Veil of Summer in the sideboard, so not looking great. We can play Dryad. How do I feel about that? We can play Dryad and Explore this turn, but that doesn't give us access to a Cavern of Souls. That's just interesting. We can play Forest, Explore, and play another Forest, and then Transmute T-West for Cavern. And then we'll have 5 mana, but no untapped land this upcoming turn. Interesting. I think we can lead on the Explore here, and if we draw an untapped land... Yeah, if we draw an untapped land, then we can go for that line. Okay, so we have a Titan. We did not find the untapped land, so I think it's going to be better to transmute, perhaps. If we can transmute for Cavern and just stick this Primeval Titan, although I don't know if that's going to be good enough. Playing Dryad means that we can potentially kill them the turn our Titan comes into play. I don't know. This is tough. Because we can either have a Titan next turn with guaranteed Cavern. I think that's going to be better than having the Dryad in play, to be honest. If they don't kill us this upcoming turn, so that's what I'm going to go for. And we'll pass back. Definitely feels like we're not in the best spot here, not gonna lie. They could just kill us now. If they don't kill us, then this Titan can get Bajuka Bog and potentially mess up their plans. I don't know. This is what we got. Okay, so this is Storm. Not surprised there. Are we dead? Unclear. They have a lot of mana, but they don't have any... Okay, they have Empty the Warrens. That might be fine. Oddly enough. That might be just fine. Let's see. I think we just have to get Titan into play now. So we're probably just jamming Titan. And then next turn... If we draw an untapped land, I'm going to use that to play the Titan, and then save the Cavern to force through the Dryad, since we don't have to play around to counterspell this turn. Yep. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is fine. Here's Titan. We will yield. Yes. And so we want to get Valakut here for sure. And the other one, I'm not really 100% sure what it should be. Because I don't think our Titan's going to die. So that being the case, I'm going to go ahead and get Bog, I think. Little questionable, but yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. And then on the attack trigger next turn, we can kill them with the double Vesuva plan. Pieces. Okay. What did they get? They put land off Electromancer in the yard. They had Serum and Pyretic Ritual. We'll see what they can do here. Probably a good thing that we exiled their yard with the Bog, since they were going to have access to another ritual here. We might actually be fine here. The number of goblins that you attack with does not matter here, opponent. I guess they could have some kind of bounce spell, but I mean, that's fine, I suppose. Is it fine? So we'd be able to play Dryad, play land, and we'd get 2 triggers, kill 2 goblins, block another goblin. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'd still be taking exact lethal there. Instead, okay, they don't... It's unclear whether they have a bounce spell or not, but they do have Remand up. If they remand this, they can't bounce our Titan, so I think I want to play the... I think I want to just jam the Dryad into the remand. That seems fine. So now we can play Cavern, pack 4, and play another Titan, and get guaranteed triggers or a guaranteed attack. Yeah, I think I like this. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is fine. We'll name Giant. We'll kill the Baral, because I think we're going to get plenty of triggers this turn. Always yes, always yield. We will... let's cast the Summoner's Pact first, I suppose. Not that it makes a huge difference here. This way, if they have a bounce spell, they have to bounce a Dryad, pretty much. And I think what this Titan that we're about to play is going to get is going to be Feel the Dead and a Vesuva copying Valakut. I mean, it could just be Field and random, and I think we would still have lethal. Like Field plus Radiant Fountain. We could get Field plus Radiant Fountain. Play this guy. Yes. Now I'm gonna do Field plus Vesuva, I think. We'll send all of the triggers upstairs. Always yes, this guy. Yeah, I mean, we have lethal right here in the Sanctuary, but we'll go ahead and go to combat. Yeah. Okay, we were able to make it through game 1 against Storm. That's not a usual thing to occur, but no complaints. Rex Sage is good in the case they have a Blood Moon or Aria of Flame. Force of Vigor possibly is worth it for that reason as well. We want negates. We want Pact of Negation. I don't know if we want Beast Within. I don't think that we do. We can definitely trim on Summoners Pacts, since we only need one Titan to do the job. We can definitely trim on Stirrings at least. Possibly a Tribe Scout as well. Grazer is actually alright, since it lets us play a 3-drop on turn 2. I don't know. Let's see. Explorer is definitely too slow. We need to cut 3 more cards. So let's go with Stirrings. A Garenbrig, I suppose. I don't know if I like cutting Garenbrig. Oh, Ghost Quarter doesn't do anything against them. So we'll cut the Ghost Quarter. And one more. I will cut the Stirrings. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to pause it here for a second, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Sorry, I just had to go and put my puppy out the door because he was getting in the way, or was about to be. Alright. And this hand has everything we want except lands, which is quite frankly pretty annoying. We can play Garenbrig on 1, and then go from there. Like, if we draw a land, we can play, say, Amulet, and then the land, and hold up Dismember. We really need exactly a bounce land for this hand to work out, though. But because it has interaction, and it has a 1-drop ramp spell, and the Amulet as well, I think I'm going to keep... It's kind of loose, though. I'm going to keep it, though. I suppose it's a little soft to Aria of Flame, but that's a little bit slower anyways. I think having the answer to their turn 2 creature is going to be pretty good here. I guess it's more likely to be a turn 3 creature with a mana up than a turn 2 creature, but we'll see. We'll see. I haven't played a whole lot of the Storm matchup. Oh, that's a great draw. Yeah, that's a very good draw. Do we play the Grazer or the Amulet? I think we played the Amulet. And we might be able to hold on to the Grazer to make a turn where we can power out this Dryad ASAP fast. Now we also have a little bit of protection against a possible Blood Moon, although we did see the Breeding Pool in Game 1, so it's less likely they're playing Blood Moon, but they still could be. Sorry if I seem a little rushed in this particular recording. I'm under a little bit of a time crunch here, just trying to make sure I get this video in before Magic Online potentially kicks us out of the league tomorrow with the rules update. Trying to get this content finished for you guys. Okay, there's the turn 2 creature. Bounce land. Not a bounce land, that's an Engineering Explosives. We'll play the castle. And I think we'll dismember this guy now. Should we play a preemptive explosives? I don't think so. That just exposes it to like an abrade or something. Although, to be honest, they would abrade this if they had it. But if we top deck a bounce land, we can play Azusa, play the bounce land 2 more times, and cast Titan immediately. So that's not a bounce land. Ugh. We will not pay the 2 life. And I guess we'll just pay out the Azusa. I don't know if that's going to matter at all. Because showing them that we don't have interaction here might be the same as just dying, but it's whatever. We gotta make the plays that we have and just hope they don't have it, I guess. Well, they got something, that's for sure. Looks like a Pass in Flames kind of turn. Manamorphose. Alright. Think we're probably dead here. Obviously, I can't pact of negation anything here because I won't have the mana to pay for the pact trigger on my upkeep. I suppose if they go for an empty, which I doubt that they will, but it's possible. If they do go for an empty, then I can expose away the tokens they make. So that's something that I'm interested in. Maybe I should have been keeping track of what cards they were getting with the pieces. So I see Scalding Tarn in the yard. See Electromancer in the yard. And I'm not sure. See Spiral Canal. And I have not been paying attention to these at all. They probably still have the breeding pool. Don't see here. Desperate Ritual. No. They don't have the breeding pool. Or the Flooded Strand. It doesn't matter. I think we're just dead here. I mean, they haven't showed me an actual win con yet. I mean, they have the empty, but we can easily beat and empty the Warrens. So, I mean, I'm not playing around that. Heal, Steam Vents. Oh, there's a Grape Shot. Okay. They probably have a Remand. Or a Bolt or something. If they had a Bolt, they would have already cast that. We'll just let them do it here, because it's not going to take that long if they do have the Remand. I just need to see it, and then we're good. Oh, I guess that was lethal. Oh, I missed the shock from the breeding pool. Okay. Well, not quite fast enough there. Did not see any kind of enchantment. So the Force of Vigor can come out, and the Sage, I think, as well. And we'll maximize on Stirrings, I guess, since this finds Amulet or Bounce Land. Yeah. Alright. That's what we're doing. Looks like they might be changing their sideboarding a little bit too. It's a good thing we have explosives. Maybe we don't need two. Maybe the second one's not that great. We will obviously play first. This hand seems decent. It's missing an Amulet, but it's got negate. We don't have a blue source for that yet, but if we get this Dryad into play first, there's no guarantee that we can do that, but if we can, then the negate will be live. We could also draw a breeding pool or a Simic Growth Chamber, so I'm going to keep it. Maybe I should be mulliganing a little more aggressively, though, to be honest, especially in a matchup like this. Because I tend to be a little conservative when it comes to mulliganing, but this might be a matchup where you just have to mulligan into a hand that functions excellently. Or just dies. I don't know. It depends also on what kind of hand they keep. So, I'm definitely leading on the Tribe Scout here. They did nothing. So this feels like an opt-in. Okay, well, this Vesuva can copy their Spirebuff Canal to give us access to this negate. Which I like that. And if we have to, we can just copy our Gruul Turf to make sure we have Titan mana. So, like, we could plan to copy our Gruul Turf. We could flash in. Let's see, we flash in the Vesuva as a copy of Gruul Turf, pick up the forest. No, we have to bounce something right now. So we're going to flash in the forest, untap, float 3, play the Vesuva, bounce the forest back, and only have 1 mana up. Nah, I think the line's just going to be to Vesuva there, Spirebuff Canal, because unless we draw an Amulet, there's no real way we can play Dryad and hold up negate this upcoming turn, so Not attacking. Guy has better things to do than attacking for one this time. Oh. I didn't realize I still had the stop and the upkeep. I wonder when that's from exactly. Alright. We'll do this, I suppose. Untap land. Factor negation, huh? We could play explosives on 2 and blow it up. I don't hate that. I think that's going to be a good line. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Because this way we can... if we're doing this, we have to blow it up now. Like, they can play like a pieces of the puzzle or something during their upcoming turn, but that's fine. Okay, so we have an amulet. That's pretty decent. We can play amulet and dryad and just hope they don't have anything. Or we can hold up negate. I think that the having the amulet in play is definitely worth it. I think otherwise we should probably hold up negate. If they play creature here and start to go off, then that would be really bad news for us. And we already have Titan mana represented by this Tribe Scout if we draw a bounce land. So guess we don't really want to yield here necessarily, but so if they do start to go off here, there's going to be a question of what to negate. I mean, I could just negate this. I kind of like that. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. I think it's juicy enough. And then if we draw a land from this point on, we have Pact of Negation up. What's their graveyard look like? Bounce land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we'll play the field here. And we'll play our Dryad. And now we have Pact of Negation up if we have to use it. And then we can, if they don't do anything relevant, Summoner's Pact for a Titan this upcoming turn if we draw any land. For all. Is this something that I need to Pact of Negation? It definitely feels like it is. I don't think there's a way they would remove my Dryad, so I'm not really considering that as a factor. I don't know if we can beat another creature, though. And they probably just drew it. I mean, they could have a remand. But if they remand their own Baral here, they would get a turn to go off with it. I don't know. This is just weird. I think if we top deck a bounce land, then we can pay for Pact of Negation and still play a Titan this upcoming turn, and that might be our best bet here. So I'm going to go for the line with the Pact of Negation. We lose to an Echoing Truth, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff we could lose to here. Alright. Come on, deck. Bounce land. Bounce land. That's what I'm asking for, deck. Ugh. Not it. Well, we're going to town the fairway. And it looks like they're trying to go to town the fairway too, or at least as fair as Storm gets over there. Okay. Alright, I think we're good here. We don't have another We don't have another pact of negation or anything to play towards, and we are playing supremely into remand here. That's fine. It's now or never, I think. So it resolved. Okay, so I'm gonna go for the haste here because if they had something to interact with a Titan, they would have just bounced a Dryad, so we lose to the pact trigger instead. So I'm not playing around that. Okay, we won. All right, and I definitely think that Storm is not a good matchup. So we were lucky to win game 1 there. To be honest, I think that's the only reason I was able to pull it out there. But anyways, yeah, that was the league. That was the match. This is the deck. If you like the content that you see, like and subscribe. I know I mentioned a few times potentially playing Esper Control, but I've did some preliminary testing with it, and I wasn't really impressed. To be honest, I'm still very disheartened by the presence of Veil of Summer in the format, and I don't really foresee myself wanting to play Esper as long as that card is legal, sadly, even though it's a deck that I quite dearly like. So for the time being, I'm going to dedicate my channel specifically to Amulet Titan. So if you're here for Amulet Titan nonsense or good place, hopefully, then this might be the right place for you. And if that's the case, go ahead, subscribe, become part of the team, and maybe we can find the line that benefits all of us. All right, well, that's it. This is Redface Menace, signing off.